What's sound, man? CryptoGeezy, man. You already know, back in the building, man. Like I told y'all before, I had to talk with the homie. He like, man, YouTube allowing you to drive 5 of them things a day, man. You supposed to be in that thing with 5 of them. So I'm like, he like, man, if you want your money to run up, you gotta put it in their face. Guess what? Putting it in y'all face. So on this video here, we're gonna talk about the young Durk situation, man. Um, If y'all don't know, y'all should know. It done went viral that young Durk got arrested. Well, first he got picked up for questioning. That was the first piece of news that came out. He was picked up for questioning, and then later on that day, it was said that he was arrested by the feds on a murder for hire.
Charge murder for hire. Murder for hire resulting in death is punishable by life in prison.
Which means, if y'all don't know, that means he be accused of paying the goons to go take care of business. So he was supposed to be implicated in paying for the assassination attempt on Quando Rondo, a young boy artist, the one that was accused of that had the fight with King Vine. Quando Rondo was the dude that had the fight with Queen Vine that night outside the club or something. And one of his people in his entourage was responsible for shooting uh, King Vine. So TikTok down the line, it was an assassination attempt on Quando Rondo in California, and one of his partners that was with him wound up being deleted.
Paramedics rushed him to the hospital. That is where we are told he died. His identity currently being withheld until family is notified.
Quando Rondo would be filmed by passers-by, breaking down at the scene and screaming in disbelief as his wounded friend Lil Pab is pulled from the car and given CPR. With this heartbreaking scene quickly going viral and being broadcast on most major news outlets.
Somebody got shot, bro.
I'm pressed.
I get it. Can I get some space, please? Just like, hold on. Talk to my partner, okay? I'm gonna help you out. Hey, I know. What was it? I don't know. Look, hey, what was that? I know, Baker. I know. What was that?
With that said, that was the little beef that was going on with Quando Rondo and people out of Durk's camp. You know what I'm saying? King Vine camp. Let's say that King Vine camp. So what's going on and what's being said is that Durk is supposed to be responsible, allegedly. Let's say that what's going on is Durk is allegedly supposed to be responsible for hiring some goons to go take care of the business for in retaliation to King Vine. So right now he's in a federal cell, man, which is crazy because it's like every month we just watching and witnessing somebody that's in the rap game that brings what's the word? Great music. You know what I'm saying? He's a great artist. We got to remember where he started from and where he at now. He's a great artist. He done made a lot of people millionaires. He done turned a lot of people on. He introduced us to King Vine, the OTF crew. Just to see someone like, you know what I'm saying? We just were already watching the Young Thug trial. We seen what happened with YFN Lucci, Casanova. It's just like all these rappers, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like they even moving right. Like they moving a little sloppy. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you don't see it sloppy until you get caught. You know what I'm saying? You probably thinking you covering every corner. You know what I'm saying? Making sure nowhere everything's bulletproof, but it's just something or someone that that's allowing you to slip up. You know what I'm saying? And that one slip up, see, that's the thing. We gotta duck the police when you're in the streets and you doing anything illegal. Every chance is a gamble for you. With them, they're only waiting for us to slip one time. We slipped that one time, they got us. So it's kind of like when you try to look at the eyes of the streets, you can go years and years being in the streets or being in the game, and every day you have to think of a way to slide through. And all they gotta do is sit and wait one time for us to not slide through right or slide through a little sloppy, and they got us. So you kind of look at, you know what I'm saying, even with all the shit that they got going on, the money they got, we know these dudes, everybody damn near said if they won $1 million that they was successful. They was able to live, you know what I'm saying, when we ain't had to go get on no clock every day. So they was in great positions to where you know what I'm saying, they didn't have to worry about, you know what I'm saying, where their next dollars was gonna come at. All they had to go through is a show. So with that said, everybody, this is good content for a lot of people because Durk is a household name. A lot of people know him, so this is gonna be getting talked about, just like the Young Thug case. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna have a lot of blogs, a lot of publicity behind this case because they're saying it's connected to King Vine, Quando Rondo. These is names that we all know from the King Vine case, Lil Durk. And what's really crazy, not even a week old, he just was given the key to the city. I think 2 keys to Chicago. He was just given the keys to the city.
Durk was honored and celebrated last week with keys to the villages of Bellwood and Broadview.
And so on behalf of the village of Broadview, we are honored to present this key to the city to Durk Bank's neighborhood heroes.
Both mayors were on hand for the ceremony and took time to pose for pictures. A partnership with the Rappers Foundation was announced in front of students from both communities.
This is a momentous occasion to have Lil Durk with us in our communities. We want to give him another round of applause.
You know what I'm saying? That's just like with Diddy. Like, you remember they just gave him the keys to the city.
Bad boy of entertainment is getting the key to the city from the bad boy of politics.
I want to thank y'all for this honor and just recognizing me being from New York, giving me the key to the city. Diddy finally has the key to the city.
And then now they ready to take it back. Like, so now it's gonna look bad on the city saying that we gave allegedly person that's responsible for a murder a key to our city. You know what I'm saying? So how does that look, you know what I'm saying, as far as Chicago picking the right people to represent their city, like allowing them to say we want you to represent, we allow you to have a key to our city, we respect you. So it's just, you know what I'm saying, that's going to be a lot of publicity behind that as far as the choices people made. So with that said, let me tell y'all something. So it's saying that how they was able to put the pieces to the puzzle was that the people that's supposed to be responsible, I think they got like 5 OTF members that's associated with Durk and them, arrested us. So my understanding is 5 members of OTF have been arrested for being involved with the assassination attempt on Quando Rondo and the deletion of one of his entourage, or one of the men in his deletion of one of the men in his entourage. With that said, they said the reason they was able to find this is because they was able to find plane tickets that was purchased with a credit card for the members. And remember, I just told y'all, I was like, it'd be just that one slip up. Now, I ain't gonna say, I'm the smartest, and I'm not even gonna put myself as a assassin, someone. I'm not the smartest man in the world, but if I was going to do something, if I was going to do a crime, I'ma really, plan it out right. Let's just say that. I'm not gonna do nothing that's kind of have a paper trail or lead back to me. So with me saying that, I know the airport got cameras. Credit card is a paper trail. I ain't even saying buy it. They should have bought the tickets. Let's just say if it is this is right and they got everything right. Me, I'm going to another state to get somebody. I'm not taking a plane. I'm just not gonna take a plane. I'm not taking anything where it allows me to have to put my name, what I'm saying, my real name or anything involved with me. So what I would have did, not saying I'm, one of these smart assassins, but I would have drove. I'm quite sure whoever was funding the bill had the money and the resources to get me a car that was able to be disposed of and drive it, and it could have been played to where it was legit all the way till it got to Cali. And even when legit, it's probably reported stolen in wherever I stole it from, and made it all the way to Cali. Did what I had to do. I mean, everything that these stars do is already on records. That when it's what's going on, what events gonna happen, where everybody gonna be at. I mean, all you gotta do is follow a person on YouTube. I mean, not a YouTube, a person's Instagram. So I knew that this person gonna be here. Most likely I got a house out there. If I don't have a house, we gonna make something work to where you're right out there. Get a car. Once we get a car, me and the rest of the goons are gonna drive down there. Do what we gotta do. Come get me. Look at me. I'm gonna put a whole little yash together. So I just thinking like, how would everybody knowing, like, we watching all these cases on TV, we watching everything, seeing how they could pick up cell phone location, see where you was at when this happened. They could pick all this up. I'm not bringing my cell phone. I'm gonna bring a yeah phone, a little throwaway. I'm looking at all the ways that stuff could have been done without a paper trail leading back to you. But I don't know, that's just my thought. Like, I would have set this shit up right. So I would have made sure instead of getting on the plane, we would have drove. We would have got out there, did what we had to do, and drove back. The flight was too long. I mean, the driving was too long. That's what it was. Guess what? We gonna drive. But I feel like if I gotta drive, pay me my driving fee. Pay me when I gotta get paid. You know what I'm saying? If I'm the hitter that's gonna do it, make it make sense. Y'all know my motto. So I just feel like things was probably done. You gotta remember, some people do things out of when they in their feelings, out of emotions. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a trait a lot of women have. They'll react out of emotions, and they got some men that just don't know, haven't mastered that yet. You can't react off emotions. And I understand, like, if I'm not saying he did it, but me being in the streets, I understand when nigga got at my partner, I'm gonna want retaliation. Then we got the whole, like, it's just a lot going on. You gotta think about the streets watching, and you gotta understand what they magnitude or where they at. It's not just the streets, it's the world watching. You know what I'm saying? People making songs, you did nothing yet. You know what I'm saying? That kind of set the tone. So peer pressure, you don't really think when it's all that coming at you at one time. So you move emotions, peer pressure, status, having to be like, man, I'm rapping all this street stuff and I gotta live it. So with that said, now we gotta wait this out, you know what I'm saying, see what the outcome gonna be. They said one of his people, I had the name. I gotta start having my notes. See, I don't have time. I wish I had the time to they saying one of his people, OTF Jam, is being accused of cooperating with the authorities. So his paperwork, they saying floating around, one of his members that was whole time while he was with him wearing a wire. You gotta really value who you friends with or who you're around, and make sure you got the right people around you, because people will take advantage of that situation. And man, just to make their shit better, they could be hating on you, mad because you doing you and they ain't doing you right. I mean, they ain't doing like you, and try to take you down just out of pure hatred and jealousy. But this gonna be an interesting story, y'all. I don't want to see nobody in jail. You know how people say they don't want to see their worst enemy in jail. I don't want to see nobody in jail. I don't want to see nobody in jail. I ain't, but as me as a blogger, you know what I'm saying, this is content. I'm gonna speak about it. I'm gonna bring this to, to my people's attention. We're gonna make this a discussion. So y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think, how y'all feel about the situation, what y'all think should have happened, or do y'all think it's true, or he slipped up like that and tied himself. I'm like, man, see me, gangster tell you, I'm so paranoid and cautious, man. I wouldn't let nothing lead to me. Everybody gonna play their part in around me. Talk to him. So phone keep going off, man. Yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think, and we're gonna talk about it from there.